Imagine you wake up every morning with a nervous feeling in your stomach. Not because of a test coming up, because something inside you feels heavy. You walk into school, review your classes, do your homework, and smile at a few friends. But deep down, you feel like no one noticed you. You're going through the motions, but inside you're struggling. What's the hardest part? No one asks if you're okay. For many teens, it's an everyday reality. They are dealing with feelings like stress, sadnesses, or anxiety, and no one seems to care. But what if school could be different? What if school weren't just a place of stress, but a place where students can talk about their feelings and ask for help? When I was younger, school felt like the loneliest place. I felt stressed, but I didn't have anyone to talk to. I remember sitting at the back of 7th grade math class, staring at the board but didn't pay attention. My mind was full of worries, and I felt like I need to be perfect all the time. I was scared. If I shared how I felt, people would laugh or think something was wrong with me. Every time was the same. I sit in class, do my work, and pretend everything was fine, even though it wasn't. Teachers mostly cared about grades, tests, and deadlines, but they did not often care about how I'm feeling. I learned how to smile, say I was okay, and kept my problems inside. Once, during a group project, I felt so stressed. I almost cried, but I told the teacher that I had a headache and went to the nurse. I thought, sharing emotions can make me look weak. I thought I had to handle everything by myself, and every time I kept my emotions inside, I felt worse. Then, one day, things changed. My former literature teacher, who was always calm and kind, noticed I wasn't acting as myself. After school, she stopped me and said, "You were being quiet lately. Are you okay? If you ever want to talk, I'm here." The small and kind gesture made me feel like someone cared. At first, I didn't know what to say, but her words stuck with me. Over time, I started visiting her during breaks, and we talked about life and books. She showed me that school can be a place of support. Slowly, I didn't feel alone. I joined a school club, made new friends, and realized how it's important for school to support students not just for grades, but for their emotions too. Teachers' kindness showed me that school can be a place of support, not just pressure. In many schools, students learn how to stay quiet, not just during lessons, but also with their emotions. We taught how to solve math problems, memorize historical dates, and write essays, but we are not taught how to talk about what's happening inside us. We don't learn how to say I'm not okay. For many teens, silence becomes the norm. They don't want to seem weak or they're scary, they want to be understood. They worry that if they open up, someone will judge them or worse, ignore them, so instead they say nothing. This silence can come to serious consequences, not only for mental health. It also impacts students' ability to learn, connect, and feel safe at school. Research shows when schools support emotional expression, students build stronger relationships with peers and teachers and show more academic engagement. On the other hand, when emotional openness is ignored, students may feel isolated and unsafe. This can lead to hiding emotions, feeling more stressed, and losing interest in studying. By not creating a space for students to speak up, schools send a message: your grades matters more than your emotions. And that message can make young students feel invisible, like no one seems to care. What happens when students don't express how they feel in school? What happens to kids who feel like no one understands them? How can they focus on schoolwork, be happy, or trust others if they feel alone with their feelings? What if school weren't just tests and homework, but also a place where students can talk about their feelings and ask for help? What if students didn't have to hide their emotions and teachers know how to support them, not just check grades? We need to ask, how can we make school a place where it's okay to talk about our feelings, just like we talk about math or science? Who will make the first step to make this happen? The first step is talk about mental health. I know, it's not always easy. It can feel scary. I've been there. When I started sharing, it felt scary, but small steps helped. If you feel sad, talk to someone you trust, like a friend or teacher. If talking is hard for you, try writing or texting. It's okay to go slow. Next time when teacher asks how are you doing, be honest. Instead of saying fine, try I've been feeling stressed or I'm not feeling okay. You don't need to explain everything, just sharing a little can make a big difference. Our schools need more mental health resources. Talk to your teachers or leaders about the need of support, whether it's more workshops or a safe space to talk. If your school isn't doing enough, maybe make a petition or raise awareness with your peers. We can make a change together. Lastly, be kind to yourself and others. School can be tough, but it's okay not to feel okay all the time. It's not about being perfect. Sometimes just having someone to listen can make a huge difference. Mental health is just as important as physical health. By speaking up, supporting each other, seeking help when needed, we can turn our school into a place where everyone feels heard, seen and supported. Not just for grades, but for our well-being too. Let's make school a place where we can talk about how we feel.